Hi guys, it's me, Lori. I'm here again to show you something. This is for a swap in Junk Journal Junkies, and it is just a signature swap, so it's not like bound together yet. The only requirements was that it had a postcard. Beyond that, you could use stuff you get at rest areas, visitor centers, anything. It could be anything. So I went up to the rest area in Devil's Lake and I got some stuff. And the one thing that's not represented in here is Sully's Hill. And I love Sully's Hill, but I could find no information on it, so it didn't get put in here. If I find anything, I'm going to alter this just a little bit by adding another page for Sully's Hill. But it says, love North Dakota, and North Dakota is known for its buffalo. And I did a lot of stenciling in here. I don't think there's any stamping. And I tried to get creative with it because, believe it or not, it's really hard to fill up 7 pages of North Dakota. I love North Dakota, but it was hard. So that's the first page. And then this one is the Theodore Roosevelt. Oh, I made a little thing to stick in here. Hold on. I gotta fold it. So the cover, the front pocket is going to have a little thing I printed off the internet, and it shows X marks the spot because that's where I'm from, in North Dakota. And I really gringied it up with some ink, and I tried to do the edges to make it look like an old map or something. I don't know. So that goes right there. And so, if you didn't know, Theodore Roosevelt was our 26th president, and there is a park that, it's a national park called Theodore Roosevelt National Park. That was hard to pull out. But he made a huge difference in North Dakota. Like, he supposedly brought civilization in North Dakota. So this is a little trail that they do every year through the prairie land that goes through Theodore Roosevelt State Park. And Theodore Roosevelt State Park, you're really tired of hearing me say that already, is in the Badlands. And it has mountains and lush grass, and it's really beautiful. So, this is another representation of Theodore Roosevelt National Park. And this is in no way what most of North Dakota looks like. North Dakota is a lot of flat land, and there is a place called Walhalla, and it has a lot of beautiful gorges, and it's a beautiful little tiny park. There's a great ski resort in Walhalla. So here are some little things that are in Theodore Roosevelt State Park. And, of course, you can't talk about North Dakota without the representation of Lewis and Clark. And this is just like a place to write and tuck things in. And these flowers are deconstructed store-bought flowers, like Michael's flowers or something. And a little banner and some lace. And that's all just stenciling. And the next page is the white buffalo. Really rare. Its name is Tatianka. And its baby is also white, and so she is a Dakota miracle. And they were supposedly brought to North Dakota by the white buffalo woman. And she also gave him a sacred pipe. Blank page, just with some stenciling for some writing. Do you guys turn your journals like when your pages go like this? Do you turn your journals like this and write in them? I do. It's weird, isn't it? But I need lines. And the next page is bird watching. Birding is big in North Dakota. And they have like whole highways designated for bird watching. Now, I don't know how they lure the birds there, or if the birds just naturally follow the signs and congregate where they're supposed to. I don't know. But they have some beautiful highways that are just designated for bird watching. Yep, crazy as that sounds. It does sound kind of crazy to me, but it's true. And so here are just some pictures. Like, that's a Canadian geese. So pretty. This is a logger-headed shrike. Really, really pretty bird. This is a western meadowlark. I don't know this off the top of my head. Their names are on the pictures. And then this is the little path you follow. All these dark areas are where the birds go. They lure them there somehow. And all these areas are where the birds migrate to naturally. This is a pheasant, and he's very pretty. And I don't remember. Oh, these are pelicans. Aren't the little baby pelicans cute? Cute. And then this is a giant pheasant. And it is on the Enchanted Highway. It is so cool, the Enchanted Highway. That is one of the coolest things. So I'll put those back. And I got a little bird right there, and a little news article telling about birding in North Dakota. And I put a little lace down the spine, because whoever gets this, I want them to, the paper is kind of thin, and I wanted to reinforce that so that when they sew it together, it has something to catch on. This is just a pocket that I made, and it's got like a little pin and a rope and some lace and a buffalo. No more water for me. This page kind of got, I don't know, too wet, warped, I don't know. Still writable. And this page is about the Enchanted Highway. And each one of these little flips tells you about the different things. Like, that's a giant grasshopper. It was from 1999, the grasshoppers in the field. They're a reminder of the hardships that farmers overcame while living off the land. And then the next one is a giant trout. And it's made out of tin. And it represents the fish swimming under the water. And this is geese in flight. And geese in flight doesn't really represent anything. It's just recycling. So it is in the World Book of Records as the largest scrap metal sculpture in the world. That's that one. The deer family it doesn't say what it represents either, but it's really beautiful. It's my favorite one, the deer family. And then this one, the people, is the tin family. It's built of used farm equipment that took farmers hours of labor and welding to achieve. The tin pah stands 45 feet. Wow, that's pretty big. And the next one is this. This one is something to do with Teddy Roosevelt. It is Teddy Rides Again. And Teddy Rides Again is a tribute to Theodore Roosevelt's part in the North Dakota's history. It was built of used pipe. And it also says that Teddy and his favorite horse, Mully, stands 51 feet tall, and they weigh over 9,000 pounds. That was pretty big. And the pheasant. Doesn't say what it represents. And this is just a map of the enchanted highway. And this is another map of the enchanted highway. There it is right there. All the way there. So there's that. And this, of course, represents the rodeos, because rodeos are a big deal in North Dakota. Cowboys and cattle and horses and Indians, just big deals. So each one of these, and then there's a couple articles in here about the different rodeos around North Dakota. And just some tags. And that's a picture of the Dickinson Rodeo. Dickinson, North Dakota. You notice I got that little North Dakota. I can do it again. People really do say, don't you know? And they really do say, A. They do. So this little tuck spot, and when you put it down, you have access to your secret writing spot. And when you put it like this, you can tuck it up, and then it doesn't seem so noticeable. And this is about the world's largest buffalo in Jamestown. It's really interesting to go see. And this is a stagecoach. This is about a stagecoach. And these are just some interesting pictures and another little flip tuck spot. This one is really beautiful, isn't it? So pretty. And this is really beautiful too. North Dakota is a really beautiful state in the spring, the summer, and the fall. But once you hit winter, it's just white. But if you like winter sports like snowboarding and skiing, well then it's great. But spring, summer, and fall are amazing in North Dakota. And this is probably my favorite picture out of the whole thing, because I just love the buffalo. Isn't he just big and beautiful? And oh, I like the buffalo. And so this just has some lace. It's not lace, it's like a ribbon flower, I don't know. And some lace and some graph paper and a picture of it's called Horseshoe Highway, I think, is what that's called, and it makes a horseshoe shape. And a little bag I added on the back, and it can be like a little tuck spot, and it's got some a doily and stuff. Place for a picture to go right there, and you can write behind it and tuck stuff in it. So that is my signature of where I live. That's what it's called out. Where am I from? It's where I live. And that's it. So thank you for watching, and y'all have a nice weekend. Today's Friday night. This is Friday night. This is what I'm doing on a Friday night. And have a nice weekend. And I hope that you do something nice for somebody else, and somebody else blesses you by doing something nice for you. See you guys next time. Bye.